Hey challengers, welcome to day 8, and we have FAB5 legs and a guest star, Selvi Clark, one of your fellow challengers. Selvi, introduce yourself, maybe tell them a little bit about your level and your experience in working out.
I'm probably Selvi Clark. I'm a little bit of an intermediate, I'd say. I've been working out pretty significantly over the last year and a half, but I'm still learning a lot about form and I've got a lot of strength to build.
So we'll tell you what weights Selvi uses. You'll get a sense of maybe what an intermediate exerciser should use. And I'm going to coach her so I can be lazy today. So let's start. So we've got our leg workout for the day. You'll see note on Facebook, everyone's doing an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible. So the workouts will be 20 minutes, including warm up and cool down for the beginners, and 25 for the intermediate and advanced. So you have no excuses not to do this. And we'll go through both of the exercise circuits now, and we'll show you there are a lot of similarities between the beginner and the intermediate and advanced. And advanced folks use heavier weights for things like the deadlift to make it more advanced than the beginners. So let's start. First exercise is for the beginner, 1.0, and it's the sumo squat. You're going to do 10, and Selvi is going to show you. You're going to put your legs out wide, a little wider than that. Your toes should be angled out a little bit. And you're going to squat down, put your butt back. This is perfect. You don't want your knees to track over your feet, and you definitely want your knees to be over your feet. You're going to go down and up. You don't have to hold it that long, but it actually really works your muscles well. Go down as far as you can and back up. Your goal would be to get your legs parallel to the ground ultimately. And you're going to do 10 of these. That's the beginner. Now we're going to do a goblet squat for the intermediate and advanced. You're going to get yourself a pretty heavy weight because you're only going to use one. Test out a goblet squat. Ryan is smiling. He's having camera difficulties given we have 2 people and we don't have the right lens yet, but next week we should. So you're going to get a single heavy weight. What are you using, Selvi?
20
pounds for our intermediate. You're going to stand closer in than you did for the sumo, a little bit wider than hip width and shoulder width. Again, toes angled out, knees over the toes. You're going to go down. You're holding the weight like a goblet, like it was filled with wine, or if you're working out, water. You want to go down as low as you can. This is probably a wonderful shot. Your butt below your knees if you can. If you can't get that low, don't go that low. And then up. And that's 1. Intermediate and advanced, you're going to do 10. All right, next exercise. We are at the beginners, so 1.0. This is going to be a stationary lunge. You're going to get in a lunge position. You're going to start in this position. Remember, you want your legs to be pretty wide apart so that when you get down in the lunge, you don't want your knee to go over your ankle. And then you're going to stay and do 10. Just press down as low as you can go. Your goal would be to get ultimately your thigh parallel to the ground. And Selvi's doing great. You'll notice even someone who's more advanced, that it's a balance challenge, and balance is a really important part of your exercise because as you get older you lose balance. You'll do 10 on one side and 10 on the other. Selvi's like, that leg's tired, can I change? So there you go. That is 1.0. 2.0 second exercise is using the valve slide. Remember me telling you about it. This is awesome. If you don't have it, you can try a paper plate or a plastic paper plate. You're going to put a valve slide on one foot. We're going to get you a weight, Selvi. I'm going to give you 15 pounds. This one is a challenge if you're not used to the valve slide. So if you're not used to it, when you do your warm-up, do a few of these without any weight so you can get used to it.
Just one weight?
Just one weight, and the weight you're going to hold on the side that you have the valve slide. The valve slide's under your foot. The valve slide has 2 sides. One is shiny and plastic. That's the one on the floor, and then the foamy side is on your foot. You're going to do a reverse lunge and slide back. You want the knee in front not to go over your ankle, and then you're going to slide all the way back up. You're focusing on the glute right here, on the hamstring and glute of the stationary leg. This is challenging balance. You will feel this in this glute like you won't believe, because you're resisting the whole way down and up. In intermediate and advanced, you're going to do 10 per side. 10 on one side and then switch sides. All right, great job. All right, next exercise, Selvi, you stay over there, it's the deadlift. This is for both beginners and advanced, 1.0 and 2.0, a weighted deadlift. Beginners, you're going to want to use a lighter weight. Advanced, you can go pretty heavy because we're working some of the biggest muscles of the body. When Selvi's got 15, I would go 20 because I've done this a lot. So that gives you a range. Beginners, you may want to start with 10. Hold the weights in front of you. Your feet should be about hip width apart. And then you're going to bend down. Now, the important thing here is to keep your back straight. And what helps you do that, Selvi? The tip that you gave me when you came over today. The mirror?
The mirror helps me, and holding my core in and kind of arching my back a little bit and then bending over from your hip flexor.
The arching your back's a great tip. You want to feel like you're arching your back. And only go down as far as you can to keep that back straight. Once your back starts to curve, it's too far. The weight should be held close to your legs. A lot of folks say you're shaving your legs with the weights. Your legs should be slightly bent, but only slightly. That just protects them. And form is key here. So if you have a mirror, look at yourself and make sure that back is perfectly straight. Feel like you're arching it. That's how you get there. Focus on the booty and focus on your core staying tight. And that's the weighted deadlift for both beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Jump squats are the next exercise for beginners. Beginners, you did this last week, so you should be familiar. I want you to get good with the plyometric of the jump squat before we move on to Selvi is having difficulties with the weights this is her first time using them. So jump squat, you want to have your feet about shoulder width apart and your toes slightly angled outward, and you just squat down and jump. Again, the key is you want to land like a cat, very soft on your forefoot. When you land, your legs should be slightly bent. You do not want to land on straight legs. And there's 10 for beginners. If that's too easy for beginners, add some weights, hold them on the side, and jump. And if that's too hard, do air squats, which are just squats with no jump. Next exercise for the advanced, instead of the jump squat, you're going to do the jump lunge. So go back in the lunge position. The key here is knee over ankle, not in front. It's bad for your knees. You're going to power up and land in a lunge on the other side. There you go, perfect. And this is a great cardio. Look, balance, strength, power, it does it all. And you're going to do 10 of those. Finally, the last exercise for everybody is using the band I recommend getting, and it's side steps. This is really going to work this what people call, I guess, the saddlebag area. And this is like a muscle that not a lot of people work. Men and women both need this work on this muscle because it's not naturally worked when you're running or walking or doing other movements. And all you're going to do, put the bands around your legs, above your ankles, but below sort of the lower calf area. And you're going to walk side to side. Make sure you challenge yourself by how wide you walk. And beginners are going to do 10 total, or 5 per side. Intermediate and advanced are going to do 20 total. And the workout for the beginners is a 15-minute AMRAP. Warm up, set your timer for 15 minutes. Do as many rounds as you can, and then cool down. And for intermediate and advanced, it's a 20-minute AMRAP. So you're going to do as many rounds of those as you can in 20 minutes. Enjoy and have a wonderful day.